All right, story time. So let me start out by telling you that I dropped out in high school because I had a learning disability. And in high school is when I started to use drugs and alcohol. I had a learning disability. And so after I dropped out of high school, I became homeless. I became homeless and poor. And my mother filled out my social security benefits early. I was like 19 when I started collecting social security disability. And I think back in the day, I had like CHIP insurance, I think for kids or something like that. I don't know what insurance I had when I first started collecting social security disability. Anyway, I dropped out of high school. I got on social security disability early. I never paid into my social security. I just been draining taxpayer money. So I became homeless, and all I had was my social security benefits. And I was collecting like $675 a month from Social Security. And my mom kicked me out of her house, and I winded up homeless. So I was looking at the economy. I was looking at prices for apartments when I was homeless, living at the shelter, walking the streets. I was looking at how much apartments were, and you need a down payment, you need utilities, and I just didn't have enough of money. And I thought that I'd always be homeless because I just couldn't afford a regular apartment. You needed a down payment, and I didn't have the down payment. All I had was my Social Security, which wasn't enough for a down payment and a month's rent. Then as I was homeless, I'd go to the city. I went to the Social Security building. I went to all the mental health programs in my town. And the mental health program, they offered me hospital stays, to get me off the street. They offered me treatment. But most importantly, they found me an apartment. So, I ended up going down to the welfare office. I ended up getting food stamps from the welfare office. But as I was homeless, I was really utilizing all the government aid programs for single men with who live in the low-income community. So I would go to this government building looking for government aid, to the next government building looking for free government aid. And I utilized all the mental health programs here in my town. So I would go to the mental health programs, I would go to the meetings, I would see my doctor. So my mental health physicians, they ended up getting me an apartment. And they found me an apartment that goes off of your income. So say you make $0, your rent would be $0. Say you make $200 a month, your rent will be 1/3 of $200. It'd be 1/3 of $200. Say you make $900. Say you make $1,000 a month. Your rent's going to be 1/3 of that $1,000. So I make on Social Security right now, I make $960 a month on Social Security, and they take 1/3. They take 1/3 of my rent, so I pay like $310 in rent. It's I didn't know when I was searching for apartments to look for low income communities. But anyway, fucking around with the free government aid programs downtown, and fucking around with the mental health programs, doing what they want me to do, going to the programs they want me to go to, going to the meetings they want me to go to. My team of mental health physicians ended up getting me off the street. They found me a low-income house. So again, I make $960 a month. They take 1/3 of my rent, so that's like $310 a month. And I definitely make sure I pay my rent. I definitely make sure I pay my rent with my Social Security benefits. But anyway, if you're homeless, you don't have no money, use your phone, go down to the Social Security building, go down to the welfare office, use the mental health programs available in your town, and they'll find you an apartment, a safe apartment, a clean apartment, a livable apartment. And so I always had a learning disability, and that's why I dropped out of school. Plus I started using drugs and alcohol. By 16, I was using that white stuff, and I was drinking alcohol, and school wasn't for me. I'd rather stay home and smoke my blunts. But that was something I picked up when I was a teenager, something I picked up out on the streets. At home, I had a mother who loved me and my sisters. And I went to private school. I played after school sports. I went to church as a child. I was a good child. I just had a learning disability. And I started using drugs and alcohol as a teen. And with my learning disability and with my drug and alcohol problem, it makes reading comprehension very difficult. And it makes learning very difficult. So I can't go out there and get a degree. I can't go out there and start working because I don't have no traits. I can't go out there and get a degree because I don't have a diploma. So I got to collect Social Security benefits. And right now I'm in a low-income community because I utilize the government aid programs, uptown, downtown, the welfare office, the Social Security office, the mental health programs they have in your town. The mental health programs is why I found my apartment. I was lost. I didn't have nobody. But the mental health program and the free government aid in my town, the Social Security benefits, and the low-income community buildings ended up finding me a beautiful place that's safe, away from drugs. I'm off the streets. Because when I was homeless, I was using that white stuff. I was drinking liquor and alcohol, and I was lost until I started taking my mental health seriously. I was sitting here rolling cigarettes, doing what I do, smoking that loud, and I just thought, man, maybe these mental health doctors can help me. Maybe they can get my medicines right to where I'm actually happy and not depressed and all in my head. And I just started taking my mental health seriously. And the mental health program is who got me into the low-income community, because there's a waiting list and it's hard to get in. They got me in ASAP because I was homeless. I was in Newark, New Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey. I was homeless. I was at the shelter there. I was at the shelter in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And the mental health program, they found me a program to utilize the government aid.